Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have about 7 gift ideas for that person in your life that you're really kind of struggling to get a gift for still. So let's get right into it. The first gift idea is the Universal Yums gift set. Now these come primarily from World Market. That's where I usually see them. These ones in particular are only $20, $19.99. Bonus, if you get to go to World Market, they have so many other gift options as well. But this one is so cute because what it really is it's just a box of fun snacks from a different country. So we have the United Kingdom one, and if you're really curious of what snacks you're gonna get, they have them actually listed on the side, and then they have little descriptions of what they are. So you really will know what you're getting before you purchase it. But especially if you have somebody who maybe has been to another country and they miss it, or they're maybe obsessed with a certain country and want to go, this is just a really fun way to kind of give that little bit of an experience that is just unique and something that they may not be able to do otherwise. So when you pop open the box, it's going to look just like this. It has an actual little piece of paper that tells you all about that country, and then it has a scorecard on the back. And I guess you're supposed to score the snacks like based on what you like and don't like. It also has a cute little booklet inside that just gives more descriptions of like food options from that country, different kind of traditions and things that maybe would regularly happen there. It also has some trivia and just a fun little idea of what you're going to be getting in the box. So that's really cute too, because it kind of is interactive and you can get, to know a little bit more about the country. It's very well packed. So here is all of the snacks, and they're literally just stacked in there. So this looks like the potato chips. And then underneath that is the gummy candy from that country. There's also something in this one called rhubarb and custard flavored bonbons. So they're in a little snack as well. It has an all butter, these look like cookies, kind of. They're shortbread petticoat tails, and so these look like cookies. And then a few little candy options. So these ones are Millions, which I've never even seen before. And then the last one is a banana flavored toffee. So really cute, and it's just a little bit different. And I love that the price point is only at $20. Now, I am not a huge advocate for Amazon, but there's definitely a time and place. I thought this was so unique and so fun, especially for somebody that has either a bar set up at their house or even a coffee bar, or this could be used in their kitchen. And what's so neat about it is they're basically wireless bottle lamps. They come in just true to Amazon style, a million different options. So you can get different colors and different finishes. So I'm gonna pop one open and show you. But basically what it is it's like a little like wine stopper that attaches to a little lamp that you have to plug in to recharge. And then what you do is you just pop it into whatever bottle you have that you like. So we all have those bottles that we're just we don't really want to part with them, whether they're an olive oil bottle, they could be a specialty syrup bottle, they could be anything. They could be a bottle of a liquor that you maybe liked in the past and just didn't want to get rid of the bottle. So it's a fun way to display those things, but still make them useful. It comes with a little remote and the directions, and then when you pop it open, it basically comes with the little plug-in for you. And then this one we purchased was like that kind of gold. It's a little bit of a muted gold, and it is the brushed gold, and they're very solid, so you can see that. And that's the on off button right here, and you can see right here is where you tuck in. Let me see if I can get it going here for you. It's really well packed. Here it is. Here is the little wine stopper. So you basically screw the wine stopper onto the thing. Then when it's charged, you turn it on. And then I'm going to use just like this balsamic vinegar bottle because I like these bottles and they match up really well. So I'll back up a little bit, and you basically just stick the wine stopper so it's going to set about that high. And so depending on whatever bottle you use, it's going to be a high or a low lamp. So it could fit easily, like I said, onto a bar or a bar cart or into your kitchen or your breakfast nook. I really liked this gift idea for a man or a woman. Like I said, it could go for a bar cart, or even like a little coffee bar. And this would make a really fun white elephant gift as well. This next gift is a little niche, but hear me out. We all have either a gym rat in our family, we have a high schooler maybe that is just going to the gym and going hard, or, it's perimenopause, menopause season for a lot of us, and we are so stuck on having to have a boatload of protein in our lives, right? So let's get practical and let's get realistic on this gift. I love the idea of it though, because I know a lot of people in my family, including myself, that would be really happy to get this. So I'm just grabbed whatever I had in my stash. So it's not necessarily the brand of this, it's the idea of it. A really high quality big container of protein powder. And you can get a little fun with it. If you've been to a vitamin shop or anything like that lately, I mean, there's a million different options. And it's kind of fun to get something a little different, maybe something you wouldn't usually pick yourself, but just make sure it's a flavor and an option that that person can have. Like they do have vegan options and you got to be careful with dairy and whatnot. But these are not the cheapest thing on the planet. And it kind of hurts a little bit when we have to buy ourselves another big container of protein powder. So this would definitely go over really well with a lot of college students, with just a lot of people that we know that are going to the gym. And then bonus, if you want to get maybe a shaker cup to go with it. I think that would be a super fun gift for your high schooler, your college student, or maybe your middle-aged woman that just needs some protein. This next gift idea is a 3-in-1. So I'm going to start with the techie one first. So there is a company called Storyworth, and basically what happens is you purchase the Storyworth book ahead of time online, and then you submit the email address of the person that you're gifting it to, and then they start getting emails. They get the introduction email, then they literally get an email every single week. And what that email is a question or a prompt to give that person something to type. And that person just has to type out, in whatever form they want, the answer to that story, or just fill out a complete story, and they can submit it. They can also submit pictures to go with that as well. Then at the end of an entire year, the whole book is basically put together and bound into a book. And then you can actually go through at the end and re-edit if you want. You can adjust stories. You can actually, throughout the year, I forgot to mention this, if you don't like the prompt, you can say no and you can get a different prompt, or you can just totally go rogue and write your own story that day if you're feeling inspired. And then again, like I said, at the end, you can go back through and you can help the person do it as well. So it doesn't mean that that person themselves has to finish the book. You can do it for them, or they can do it themselves. There's a lot of wiggle room there. And then you can insert pictures and whatnot. Now I have this one whited out because this is an actual book that we gifted to a family member a couple of years ago, and they wrote a really big collection of stories. So this book is actually really thick. It doesn't always look like this though. It just depends on how much the person writes. And then they can personalize it by putting their own picture of their choice on the front cover. And then you can put by and have the person's name. So, I mean, it's so beautifully done. I think currently they're running around $85. So you're going to be looking at close to $100, but it's such a special gift for somebody that really just likes to tell their story, or you just really want them to put everything down on paper so that you don't forget it. It can go, like I said, as big or as little as you want, but this gift is specifically for the person who isn't afraid to get online and isn't afraid to type basically the equivalent of documents or emails online once a week. So this is a really cool idea if that person fits the bill, and it's called Storyworth. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Now, along with this, we all have family members that we really want to know their story, but they're just not into the internet at all. I mean, like some people don't even have email addresses, if you can believe that. So I went to Barnes and Noble and I found a couple of different options. So these are very, just really simple, beautifully done books. They're fairly inexpensive. I think this one is about $15 and this one's a little more. I think this one was $35, but it's obviously like a hardcover book. So I'll just start with this one. This one is just obviously about a mom. So it's Mom, I want to hear your story. They have other options as well for other family members. So you just have to go to the bookstore or you can go online, obviously, and check it out. And this one is just a guided journal, and it has just really, it just prompts, questions, prompts. So this one just happens to say, where is the first place you lived where you were the one who was responsible for paying the rent or mortgage? And do you remember the address? So basically saying, where's the first place that you had to rent or buy? And then it gives you more prompts. How old were you when you moved here? Did you live on your own or did you share it with somebody? What was your share of the rent or the mortgage each month? It's so fun to know these things. When they say something crazy like $200 and we're just losing our minds because we're paying like $2,200, it's just crazy. How long did you live there? What was your favorite thing about this place? So it's very, very helpful. You're not just sitting there stumped like, oh, great, what do I write now? They have really good detailed questions, and then they break it down for the person to help them really kind of finish out the story. This one, I believe, it also has like quotes from moms, that kind of thing, just things to kind of encourage them as they're going along. Really cool. And I mean, come on, $15, you can't beat that. Now, let's look at the dad one that I managed to grab. Again, this is a little bit more expensive, but this one was hardcover and it kind of has that classic book style. This one is for dads. And it has chapters in it, which is kind of cool. Early childhood, school years, work and travel, love and family, character and values, hypotheticals and curiosities. That kind of is really fun for them to really kind of let loose on some of their ideas. And then words of wisdom. So I just love that. I'll grab one and pop it open just to see what it says. My favorite teacher or coach and what made them so great. And then below that it says my fashion and clothing style in high school. So it's super fun for a dad or a grandpa to be able to write. And again, they had more inexpensive versions of these as well, but I just love these. And they're great for people who you really don't know what to buy them, or maybe that older generation in your life that just maybe just wants to share their story. Something in our kind of circle of people that has been wildly popular with the men in particular is a gift card to the local butcher shop or meat market. So whatever you've got in your town or city that has maybe kind of higher quality or just really fun meat selections, kind of just that for that barbecuer, that griller in your life, but it doesn't really have to be, outdoorsy. If the person in your life just really enjoys cooking and loves getting a good steak, well, we all know the cost of groceries right now. So a good, just quality meat market or butcher shop gift card, and then bonus points if you don't want to just hand them the gift card, maybe grab something like this. So this one happens to be like a beef rub from Traeger. So if they are a barbecuer or have a Traeger, this is great. Or this is like the Gospel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but the Gospel is a super popular company that just makes rubs and barbecue seasonings. So just something that's really kind of fun and popular for them that you can definitely personalize. So if they only eat fish, you can get the seafood ones. You know how that goes. So anyway, I love this, and I am telling you, I think we have done this multiple years in a row for multiple family members and friends. The men, they go wild over it. And then the next year, if you ask them what they want, they'll go, I could use another meat market or another butcher shop gift card. I don't know. I don't get it, but they love it. When I get these as a white elephant gift or as like a family gift, I am so excited. So I'm just going to kind of highlight one company that I happen to love. You can order Enzo's. They ship all over, I believe, the country. But again, if you have a really high quality local shop, I really suggest you shop those places first. And you can do this at any regular retail store too. Just go and look for their more high quality options and maybe get a matching set. So one of the sets that I've gotten in the past, they look like this. So basically it's just a really high quality vinegar and a really high quality olive oil. These are so good, and they're just beautiful to have in the kitchen. They make wonderful presentations to gift. Even if you don't buy a set, even if you just, I'm telling you, we need to normalize showing up instead of a bottle of wine with somebody's, party. give them this as a hostess gift. I would be so excited to get just one bottle of really high quality olive oil or one bottle of really beautiful vinegar. I mean, come on. These are substantial, they're beautiful, and they are 100% useful. The last item that I wanted to mention is a game. And I love getting games that the whole family can use. So maybe you're supposed to be gifting for a whole family, or you're going to like a family favorites party or a family white elephant party, something like that. Or you're just on a budget and you really want to give something nice to maybe, your like a whole set of relatives that live together, but you really can't afford to buy something for everybody. You don't know what to do, maybe. This is a great idea. So this is $20. I got this one again at Barnes and Noble, but Walmart, Target, all these places have these types of games. But I will say, if you have a Barnes and Noble, do not sleep on that store. They have the most amazing selections of games, kids' toys, all kinds of fun stuff. It's not just books. So I could not help it. Come on, like this just spoke to me. This one game is called Our Family is Weird. And flipping it over, it kind of looks like one of those like guessing games. It has whiteboards, it has markers, and then it has all these hilarious questions. So depending on how the family is supposed to play it, I'll just read one of the questions. It says, who has a completely full closet but nothing to wear? And I guess maybe everyone's supposed to guess within your family who is it. And I don't know how the point system works yet, but this looks hilarious. Or one that says doesn't care about food expiration dates. So buyer beware, you need to be in a family setting that is okay with getting picked on a little bit, because these don't look mean at all, but you're definitely going to call out family members with like certain funny things. So I love that they have the little examples on the back. And again, $20, this would make an awesome gift. Just wrap it up and hand it to an entire family, and then you're done. And you can also go a little bit further if you'd like to. So if you are going to present this to an entire family, you could easily get like a little gift basket from the Dollar Tree, pop it in there, and then maybe just throw in a couple of snacks and like a 2-liter or like some fun drink option that the entire family can share. And it just makes for a fun like family game night evening. They can have a little bag of microwave popcorn, maybe, a bag of M&Ms, and then like a little fun soda drink or something like that. And then you've got like a whole family night set. I think that would be a great idea. That does it for this year's gift guide for people who maybe you weren't sure exactly what to buy and you're on a budget. So I hope this really helped you guys, and leave some comments below for us. If you have any fun gift ideas for people that are maybe harder to buy for, or like group gifts, family gifts, things like that, we always need to know. I mean, as it gets down to the wire, we need all the ideas we can get. All right, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I'm going to have all the links as they are possible to link in the description box below. I will also have them over on my LTK app, and then I am going to put them on the YouTube shopping if I can here on the screen as well. All right, thanks again, and until next time, I'll see you soon.